come from London.
Oh my god, so scary.
Everywhere I look.
It's so scary. Oh my god. I look around, all I see gook and goblin everywhere.
Spooky black people.
Everywhere I look, they're black people. Oh my god. Oh my god. Black. Chinese store owner goes to Africa. Everybody's steering. Oh my god.
They are steering from me.
Everybody's steering everywhere. Oh my god.
I mean, that's basically the plot to Empire of Dust.
It's everybody steering. Guys, what's up? How's it going? Hugh is testing the systems, making sure the systems are all good.
Well, I don't want one person, namely you, to be voice mogging another person.
It's because I was screaming.
Namely me.
It was the Chinese, the spirit of the Chinese screaming through me.
I guess, yeah.
Now that I'm speaking normally, no one's mogging anybody.
No, it's
Total
perfect.
egalitarian audio system.
Well, boils and ghouls,
Scary folk and spooky.
we got a spooky one in store for you tonight.
Spooky gookers and gooky spookers.
Yeah, well, welcome to Chrome Boys,
Gooky Spooker. Oh, Gooky Spooker. Make sure you tuck into bed. This is scary.
This might have a more algorithm-friendly sort of false name.
Right, not with that opening.
Right. But the real name of this is Chrome Boys Present Gooky Spookers.
Goopy Skookers.
Yeah, but it'll have sort of a false name.
It'll have something else.
Such as reading our listeners' scary stories.
Calling our listeners at 3 a.m. Gone bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But welcome to Gooky Spooker.
Gooky Spooker. Welcome to the call-in show.
Mm-hmm.
We allowed our listeners to send us spooky, scary stories.
And for best results, you're going to want to listen to this maybe in a disused mental asylum.
Driving down a dark, unlit highway at night.
Yeah, maybe like a tunnel that homeless guys sleep in.
Yeah, a storm drain.
Yeah, like a Pennywise storm drain.
Yeah. Or if your town has a system of underground webways like ours does.
Yeah.
Under there.
Perfect. Or, if you've been meaning to spend the night in your great aunt's haunted mansion.
Or if you got an invitation to a mysterious haunted mansion that a relative you never met has just recently bequeathed to you upon his death. Mm-hmm. Now's the time to go. And maybe you're related to a guy like Eddie Murphy and you're about to go explore some sort of haunted mansion.
Yeah, if you're in like a Luigi's Mansion type scenario where
now this is a
you've
great
been contracted to vacuum up some ghosts.
Oh no, ghosts.
Now is the time.
Now is the time. Yeah. This is the Gooky Spookers call-in show.
Yeah.
We opened the phone lines, folks.
We did, for the first time ever.
We got those lines open. We dusted them off.
And the Chrome Boys came through.
As they always do.
With some of, I haven't pre-read it, but I'm confident some of the world's scariest stories.
Some of the scariest. And these were, by the way, we haven't read the stories. We don't know we haven't read or listened to them. Mm-hmm. But they were fact-checked by true American patriots.
Patriots.
at our R&D team.
Yeah.
The stories went straight to the R&D team of Vinesh and Pratesh.
And it did come back fact-checked true.
Because there's no greater American patriot than Vinesh and Pratesh, yeah. Who know more about American history.
Vinesh, Pratesh, Gagan Deep, the whole team.
Mehdi Hassan.
Yeah, the whole team was here.
We had this story fact-checked by Mehdi Hassan.
Yeah, a real American patriot.
And these were all came back.
He's a curious.
These stories were also thug-checked by real American black neighbors.
Mm-hmm. And they came back
hard as hell.
Sweet as a sugar plum from real American homo thugs as well.
This shit has been thug-checked by real American homo thugs. This dude's straight sweet as a sugar plum. But yeah, all the posts have been checked. They've been...
So these are true.
Real checked by real American Hyperboreans.
Well, and also a lot of documentary evidence, some of which we might show, some of which we might not, to protect names and sources. Mm-hmm. So it's true.
We opened the phone lines, folks, and our audience never lies.
No.
They don't lie. Never lies. Never lies. Never eyes.
Precisely.
Our audience would never deceive us in any way because they know the only person they're really cheating is themselves.
That's true.
And what better time of year to hear some spooky true stories?
Yep. So you're going to want to go to the scariest place in town.
Your in-laws' house.
Imagine going to a sinister homeless guy tunnel, just blasting this out of your iPhone speaker.
Black people steering. Oh my God.
Everyone steering.
Yeah, man, this is exciting. We've never opened the phone lines in this way. But I think it's a powerful tool.
It is, yeah.
Bequeathed to us by the powerful and auspicious Art Bell.
Well, and it as it would appear, our audience is dealing with a lot of hauntings,
spooks, ghouls, gremlins,
night terrors,
aliens,
possessions,
Sasquatches,
Sam Squanches. Like,
we've had, our listeners are always in the comment section. I'm being gang stalked by Sasquatches.
Yeah, I mean,
and I have to tell them those are Albanians.
Yeah, we have a lot of gang stalking victims.
What if all of these were like Indian guys telling us about being gang stalked?
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too, because we have sort of a mix of kind of like BioShock style audio logs, along with some text logs, and we, like I said, we haven't pre-checked it.
No.
So what? and dude, it was so scary.
That's my dream. Is that all the audio stories are Indian guys? Or it's like, the other day, my mom took me to go to McDonald's, but the ice cream machine was broken. I was so scared. That would make me... I would be so happy with that. Yeah. If it was clearly a Down syndrome guy.
Yeah.
Me and my mom and my dad.
That would rule.
Yeah. Or if it was, I took my son to go to Canada, but there was no jobs or housing.
I was probed by an alien. So my understanding is at least 30% of the Chrome Boys audience have been abducted by aliens and probed. Consensually, in a sort of consensual fire in the sky scenario.
Yeah. They call it the sixth element.
Yeah.
What comes out of my bum when I get probed?
I'm going to loosen my belt for this.
I'm going to get full of stories.
Well, I just ate a lot of Wendy's.
Nice. Scary.
My scary story is, dude, I went to Wendy's before we filmed Gookie Spooky.
And they had chicken tenders and it made my tummy hurt so bad.
Literally.
Yeah, that's how it be sometimes.
I didn't need to eat my whole bag of Junior Bacon cheeses right before.
And I bet you ate those with your hands, right? There's nothing different between eating a JBC with your hands.
Soup with your fingers.
Yeah. Covering your hands with rice is the same as eating fries with your hands.
Yeah.
We're not interested in arguing about that.
Yeah, maybe we can get into that on the Patreon episode.
Yeah.
This is a special episode that's for... Usually we're mirth and merriment.
But today we're...
Spooks and screams.
Spooks and scariment.
Spooks and scariment, exactly.
Yeah, we're into frights and scariment.
So get all your laughter out of the way now.
Because this is not going to be funny.
There shan't be any space for that going forward.
I'm playing scary music off my phone.
Mm-hmm.
To get in the mood.
Yeah.
And to get scared. So should we crack into the first story?
Let's go.
All right.
I believe we have 8.
I believe that is accurate. Google Drive closed itself when I exited the app, so I'm finding the file.
Okay, awesome.
We have 2, 4, 6, 8 spooky, scary stories.
The 8 scariest, each one more terrifying than the last.
And
also more true.
More true. I don't know which of these are audio logs, BioShock style, Fallout audio logs. I don't know which of these are text. Mm-hmm. So we're going to crack into... Oh, this one has a bunch of evidence. Okay,
the evidence...
we'll have to splice in later.
We'll splice in after the
So this first story comes to us from listener Ben.
Let's go.
Shout out listener Ben.
A man with deep esoteric knowledge.
Is that the case?
It is, yes.
So this guy knows what he's talking about.
If anyone tunes into Solemn Sunday, they'll know about Ben's
he
deep
shows up
esoteric knowledge.
He drops pills in there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Then let's go. All right. I'm going to crack into Ben's story right now. We're going to have a listen.
I think his was an audio log.
It is.
Okay, let's go.
Here we go. It's just loading up.
Good morning, Chrome Boys. This is Sir Benjo from the Crown Boys Discord. And I have a story for you now. And it's true story.
It is almost 10
In many
minutes.
big city, it is impossible to ground your feet to the ground. And so your energy, it either stays in you or it goes into the city itself. This is not theory, this is true. On stormy night, in late spring, so it's cold, but it's wet and it's dark early. I am out sailing boat in Lake Michigan. I come in from sailing, I need to get my car.
He sounds a lot more like a Dracula than I was expecting.
He says Nosferatu's calling in. The scariest thing I've ever experienced
This is
was
the scariest thing.
I went to go suck blood and she said, I have sickle cell anemia. Oh!
Yeah.
It's cool to know we have a Dracula listening.
Yeah.
Shout out Ben the Drac.
Yeah, indeed. I felt the need to comment that.
We have a Dracula listening.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, shout out the Drac who's listening in his spooky tower.
Yeah, in Chicago. I'll bleep that.
It is awesome to think of the pod being listened to by a cool Dracula guy in like a cloak.
I mean, like, I was hoping for like Indian or Down syndrome.
It didn't even occur to me that there might
Dracula
be
was even
a
better.
Dracula guy listening to it in the tower.
Just listening to our normal episodes.
Scary. You know what? For an evil guy, sometimes you need to laugh.
Yeah.
I don't laugh about much, but these things are funny.
These two guys, very funny.
That's awesome. Okay, continuing on from 44 seconds into the
44
story.
seconds. I'm gonna start doing an advanced system of hand signals to myself later.
Mm-hmm.
So from 44 seconds.
Oh, shit. I sped up. 44 seconds.
Car is in Millennium Park Garage. Millennium Park Garage is underground garage under Millennium Park. In Millennium Park live the Cloud Gate statue, the Chicago bean, and so many cars at the park under the bean. I go to get my car, walk in the rain, in the dark, into Millennium Park Garage.
Apparently, the Chicago bean is a very powerful and esoteric, like channeling object.
The bean?
Yeah. I was under the impression that Chicago was like a deeply evil and cursed city,
I think it might be powerful.
but apparently it's powerful,
Mm-hmm.
if not evil.
That is the city of brotherly love, right?
That's what they say.
Pause. What about the city of down low brotherly love?
Although it was Ben who informed me that Chicago is a powerful but not deeply evil city.
Oh, okay.
And now I'm learning that he's been a Dracula this whole time.
Actually, Transylvania is pretty good. Nothing even bad there at all.
My tower of torment is actually nice this time.
It's pretty decent in spring when it's cold.
My dungeons of ultimate fear.
Yeah, being informed that the town is actually good and powerful by a Dracula does skew things a little bit.
Yeah.
It might be back to being an evil city. It's like Satan being like, actually, California is pretty awesome. No. California is pretty good, guys.
Actually, it's pretty sweet.
I like it there.
Yeah.
All right, continuing on.
The bean.
From 1 minute 13.
113.
There is man with hood up. He is a scary black man, and he is a look at me. I say, are you good, bro? And he is only look at me. I say, I fuck this, and I leave. I will find another way into Millennium Park Garage. This man is follow me, but when I leave, he leave me be. Go around to other side. Have to walk all the way around other part of Millennium Park. There is a door, municipal door, utility door, near to the park, and this small staircase. I go into this door. And this is my mistake. I try to use my sense of direction to find my car. Instead, I find other things. Below the Millennium Park is a giant structure. It is built for people and for car. But if you continue down, it is built for more.
I like the way he
At
thought.
first, I am going around looking for my car. I am getting lost in rooms leading into massive cavities for cars, and in the cavities there are none. It is me alone in a massive underground parking garage.
That's pretty spooky.
I
That is
feel
spooky.
that I am not alone, and so I am rushing from place to place. For a description, imagine a parking garage, but it is fully enclosed by the earth. And in this situation, there are many of them. To transition between cavity to cavity, there are municipal doors into brick rooms.
So far, it seems like he's discovered like an underground tunnel system
A
below
sort
the
of
parking garage.
secret, evil Chicago underground parking garage
I'm getting
full of empty cavities for cars.
we're getting at. I like that he calls them cavities.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
getting
in his,
into
in his culture.
in this guy. This is cavity,
This
gaping cavity for car.
The gaping car wound.
I'm getting Tartaria vibes here, undercovering.
I mean, why would they build a giant underground parking cavity with no cars in it?
It is that is a relatable experience that I've never thought about. But like getting lost in like municipal infrastructure, like I've
Yeah.
had that here with our system of underground cavities.
Yeah.
It is easy to get like totally turned around out underground.
Well, and it's scary too when the last person you saw before you went into a big empty space was Brack Peeper.
Who was like kind of menacing you
Yeah.
and like getting up in your grill.
Right.
Yeah, it
And
is spooky.
especially a city like Chicago that I believe is on a lot of ley lines.
Right.
You never know what's going to be in a cavity.
Well, in a
around
city
there.
like Chicago that has 52 murders every weekend,
Right.
that's also a scary factor.
And also don't feel ashamed to let your fear out facially.
Right.
We have our special fear cam.
The Ghost Adventures fear cam is
Yeah.
active and engaged.
active.
My wife wants me dead.
We'll get to that on the next.
Okay, continuing on in his story from 3:16.
That are windowless. And the rooms are small corridors of brick between two municipal doors. There are a handful of them between each large cavity under the earth. I keep finding myself further and further from my goal of finding my car. At a certain point, my curiosity wins out from my need to get home and from my fear. I pursue my curiosity further and continue to go down. Essentially, the walls in the large cavities are lined with, at first, near the surface, a sort of air ducting.
He has become a French guy now.
A little
Drac
bit.
became Napoleon. Later, under the cavities, it was so scary. There was a black man. I saw him. He was
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
As he got more spooked, he became French.
Well-
Very funny to
Yeah.
become more scared and become French.
Well, it's a natural thing that I think happens in many
It's biology.
many such
It
cases.
happens to me
Mhm.
when I get startled. I go,
Sacre bleu!
Tabarnak, man, don't scare me like this. My son, he comes in, he says, I'm a girl. I said, oh, you're going to make my heart stop. Don't joke about this.
Yeah.
Okay, continuing on from 4 minutes and 8 seconds.
That I imagine moves air down into the cavity. But the further down you go, the air ducting transfers into being some sort of plumbing and then some sort of wiring. In the middle levels, largely, I had seen there was a sort of plumbing infrastructure being pumped to and from massive hydraulic devices.
Very Bioshock.
Very Bioshock.
Finding the stairs leading from these cavities, which hold the hydraulic devices. They spiral down into deeper, less well-lit, more poorly lit cavities, which held to me to be some sort of large coil.
It's a freaking
At the
Tesla
level
coil
of
in
the
there?
large coil, I was unable to find any pathway down even further.
I think he was like spiraling down in pathways.
Oh.
When trying to take a photo of the large coil, I found that my phone was not work. The screen could not be pressed, and I believe this is because it runs on capacitance.
I think it's some sort of Tesla coil.
Because it runs on capacitance,
Right.
the ambient energies of the large coil were interfering with my screen. Unfortunately, I could not photograph the giant coil underneath the beam.
And it's under the bean.
I spent the better
forgot
part
about
of the
that.
night
It's important.
trying to navigate myself out of the corridors and up onto land. I have no real perception of how many levels deep this structure goes, because it seems like many things that could have been a lower level may have been horizontal to some of the parking structures. I did eventually make my way to land after several hours. My car was not in the structure which I was exploring. Instead, it was in an adjacent structure, and because it was late at night, I had to run in the rain across the Columbus Drive and down into the ramp. There, I reported the man who had been following me to the woman at the parking structure.
Responsible.
Upon leaving, it had occurred to me, after I did in fact find my cow, after leaving, it did occur to me that likely this large coil is somehow tied to the energy of the bean.
I agree.
As in my
Me too.
perception, the large coil is several meters down below the bean. As I have said before, the human body cannot ground in the city, because everywhere you step, there is an electrical impulse from your body into the street. And under the street, there is a massive infrastructure to collect your energies and focus it into the bean.
So, okay. So the city of Chicago, and I assume most major cities have this,
Right.
an energy harvesting sub-network of infrastructure to harvest people directly walking on the street. It's
Right.
inescapable.
And this, I gotta say, this really isn't disabusing me of my theory that Chicago is distinctly evil.
Well, I would imagine most cities, I mean, why does
But most
Edmonton...
cities don't have a bean to channel all that energy
But
into.
why does Edmonton have an Anne Frank statue?
Do we?
Yeah. It's actually... yeah.
Where?
Near where I live.
There's an Anne Frank statue?
Yes. Me and Brandon saw it one day and we were like, who's that little girl? And then we walked up and we were like, why the f*** is there an Anne Frank statue here?
I guess it's probably to have our electrical energy loosed into.
I think so. But like, that would make sense. We have those large metal balls.
Right. The Talus balls.
The Tellus balls.
And damn.
Mm-hmm. I bet you there's coils under every city.
Because I think when you go to Chicago, you typically want to like lick the bean. I think that's sort of the Chicago
I thought they
version.
meant flick the bean.
You know how when you visit Tel Aviv, you go and touch the wall?
In Chicago, you lick the bean.
You go and lick the bean.
And you tell homeless black people there's people in there.
There's people in there.
They keep people in the bean. Hey, what?
But the whole time, the bean is actually absorbing all of the energy in all of Chicago.
And preventing you from properly grounding. This is troublesome. I'm excited to see the images he's attached as well.
Yeah.
He's attached some photographs for us to splice in as well. This is nice. I'm enjoying this as a show format. This is fun.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything for the last 2 minutes because I was legitimately enraptured.
I was like, there's a freaking Tesla coil under the
what
bean?
the fuck? And by the way, these are fact checked by true American Q or Atriots. Just
so this
to
is
reiterate,
100% real.
I believe that. I was so enraptured by that. That's
one thing.
Fascinating.
It was too hard to organize, but having a actual call would have been nice. Mm-hmm. So I do have a number of questions.
Yeah, but
have you been able to go back? Maybe that'll be revealed later.
Yeah, we still have about a minute and 3/4 left here. So
a giant coil that's too powerful to photograph
because of
channeling energy into the bean.
I bet you every city has its own sort of bean.
Prominent occult objects.
Calgary has that large ring on the highway, big ring.
Does it like a energy ring?
I think it's a big blue sonic energy ring.
Well, that's awesome.
It is awesome. When I see it, I go, rings.
Let's go.
Rolling around.
Yeah, I wonder where all of Edmonton's energy is going.
Well, the balls, for sure.
The balls. They're in a sort of inauspicious location.
Off the highway. But, I mean, the balls are probably one. We spend a lot of money on f***ass weird buildings.
Yeah.
Like our art gallery that no one uses.
But all of those are quite new. Whereas my understanding in Chicago...
They built the city around the bean.
The bean was the first thing they built.
They found the bean and they went, we'll build a city around here.
Yeah, they showed up and there's a giant metallic bean and they're like, what a great place for a city.
2001 A Space Odyssey.
But I'm not sure what artifact... Maybe Edmonton, it was the Anne Frank statue.
It was already there.
In 1850.
Well, I'd believe that we have, because I know for a fact we have a large underground subnetwork in the city.
There are the screws.
Right.
The screws downtown.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like that could be an energy channeling shape.
I think there's a lot of energy channeling shapes in every major city.
And our city hall is a Masonic pyramid.
Yes.
And also, now that I think about it, I did know this, but the geographic center of the city is the Chinese Freemasons tower.
Right.
The Chinese Freemasons tower that sort of towers over the rest of our buildings.
We should do some urban exploring and film it for the guys of particularly the homeless tunnels under the city.
Yeah, who knows what's under those tunnels?
Only the homeless know.
Only the homeless, and you can't
trust them.
Can't trust them.
Can't even trust them with $5.
Yeah.
Let alone what's going on.
Yeah.
All right, let's resume his story from 759.
The bean can be viewed from one essential vantage in the city, and that is the Sears Tower. Many will say that it is named so for the now defunct Juan Sears. However, in fact, if we change but one letter, it is a seer as is a wizard. If you were to enter Chicago from the west, you will understand, taking the highway into Chicago, you do not enter the city, you are swallowed by it. The city appears on the horizon after seeing signs of her for hundreds of miles away. As you approach, you see the Black Tower. For miles and miles you see the tower. And when finally you are upon her, she swallows you in and makes you a member of her blood flow.
Troublesome.
That's exactly how the Chinese Freemasons works and looks like also, by the way.
That the city itself is a body of which every person is a part. I do not know exactly how it functions, only that it does. Thank you, Chrome Boys. This has been my story.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you, listener Ben, for the story.
That was a fascinating story.
That was extremely fascinating. He's attached some images here. Okay. So here's what I assume is the entrance that he walked down into the parking garage.
Pretty spooky.
There's a video here of... Oh, this is a video of on a boat looking at the city.
Okay, and at the Sears, Seers tower.
Yeah, okay. It is a spooky looking city.
Yeah. And the whole city is an organism, and the bean is its, well...
Here's him, I believe, in the tunnel area. Oh.
Oh, damn. That's spooky as hell.
Oh, man. What? Oh, yo.
Whoa.
What the fuck?
That's
crazy.
Huge.
And yeah, it's totally fucking empty. What the fuck, yo? And then this is him outside in the rain. Huh.
Damn, that's parking garage was
That's
scary as hell.
crazy. Holy shit. Oh my God.
Well, much to consider in that story.
That the city is actually an organism.
Yeah.
And
that Chicago is so scary that even a Dracula gets spooked there.
That video of him in the parking garage is crazy.
It's huge.
It's enormous in there. We'll make
and
sure to
totally
splice
empty.
it in. Yeah, totally empty, which is weird.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of parking garages in our city, but you'll always see like a car there.
Yeah.
Pretty much always.
Yeah, at least one.
That's crazy.
Or a couple.
That's wild.
But that was like parking for like 1,000 cars.
That was like a stadium parkade.
Yeah.
Empty.
Totally empty underneath the bean.
The fucking bean.
Which apparently is also right by the giant black tower of Sears.
Sears. Sears.
It's almost
Tower.
as like the bean is like a scrying orb.
Yeah. Yeah, actually. Heavy wizardic themes coming
Having
from
an obelisk and then a orb.
Chicago. Chicago.
Gee.
Chicago. 3 separate entities. Israel. Israel.
We were just watching Truth Theory videos
He's
yesterday on
awesome.
stream.
He's good, man.
Learning about, much to my dismay, it turns out that Perp L.
No. No.
It's like I already spent so much money on cloth.
Perp L playroom cloth. Yeah. Evil
It would be
Perp L
like, they call her
playroom.
Perp L. And then like gay.
No.
That would be his graphic. It'd be like perp, then in brackets L. Seconds in brackets gay. No. Already too locked in purple playroom mode.
Well, thank you again, listener Ben. Much to consider with that story.
Yeah, that was an interesting story.
That was fascinating.
Yeah.
Chicago resident Dracula.
Although it is, I'm gotta admit, still kind of thinking Chicago might be a distinctly evil city.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause maybe all cities are channeling your Lush and your energy and your Vril
Yeah.
and your Orgone
Uh-huh.
and your Chi. But Chicago has a kind of distinct receptacle for it in the form of the bean.
He might be getting at what I've always thought. You know how I always say that LA is built on evil runes?
Mm-hmm.
There might be some sort of system of evil coils underneath LA as well. It might not be every major city, but I would imagine the ones that you have weird vibes about probably have some sort of evil Lush harvesting infrastructure underneath.
Does LA have a bean?
They've there's a lot of... There's a really obvious joke there about beans in LA.
Right.
And sort of
you guys can film.
ice is involved. But yeah.
And there it's just one Mexican guy.
Hello,
That's
I'm
all
me.
the city's electricity.
Just a Mexican guy with Goku hair.
Yeah, sitting like the Resident Evil guy on some throne.
Sitting like the 40K God Emperor.
Blue Goku hair.
But that's interesting to think about because, I'd never really been able to get any more details about that feeling I had about LA with the evil runes, but it explains. That makes sense.
When it is true on cities, it's tough to ground.
Yeah.
And I would imagine a city like Chicago, which is, I would think, a lot more built up than here. Because here, there is typically some earth around, which if you need to, you can
stand on with your bare feet.
on like the boulevard or something.
Yeah. But maybe not. Maybe it's not actually grounding you.
But maybe in those like Chicago, New York type cities, maybe there's literally no real Earth.
You got to get yourself some Scythian copper shoes.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, thank you again to you, listener Ben.
Scary stuff.
That was a very fascinating story.
Yeah.
I actually quite like that a bit. This is fun.
It was interesting. Yeah.
This next story comes from listener Brody. And it's a text story.
A text log.
So I'll give us a read. I'll give it a read. This one's pretty brief. From user Brody. Lock in, guys. We're going to get scary here.
Thank you, Brody.
I have a ghost story. I'm from Australia. And my best friend growing up was an import from the UK. His father and I share many characteristics, according to him, although they joke he fled England directly after being questioned in the Yorkshire Ripper serial killer case. After sharing the story of 2 horrific cases of dairy...
Sorry, his friend's dad fled England after...
as a joke. They would joke that he fled England directly after being questioned in the Yorkshire
kind of
Rippers.
Joke to make.
It is a weird joke to make.
Like he was questioned as the Yorkshire Ripper.
That's seemingly so.
I can't say I'm familiar with the Yorkshire Ripper, but
I don't think you want to be associated with someone named the Yorkshire Ripper.
Generally, anything Ripper is trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless you're an AMD Threadripper CPU.
Particularly, you don't really want to refer to as anything the Ripper.
So yeah, questionable tie might have. He doesn't say that part was a joke,
right?
So it's possible his dad actually was questioned and then immediately left the country. In which case, scary.
Yeah.
But so his best friend is a UK import whose dad may have done a murder,
or several.
Maybe enough to constitute being named a Ripper.
I think if memory serves, this one he did say there might be some autocorrect. Things in it.
Okay. After sharing the story of 2 horrific cases of dairy sleep-related violence I had committed against my now ex-partner, so I'm assuming farting.
Sorry, can you run that back one more time?
After sharing the story of 2 horrific cases of dairy sleep-related violence I had committed against my now ex-partner.
Okay, that's like
farting.
Blasting some ass under the carpet.
Yeah.
Under the covers.
My now ex-partner, he chimed in with how they jokingly called his father the cheese killer because he warned his family growing up to never feed him dairy before bed or he would kill the entire family. Okay, this guy was fucking crazy. Yeah, he would kill the entire family?
Maybe you're not afraid of that.
Don't give me cheese before bed. I'll kill you.
I'll murder you.
The whole family. I'll kill them. That's crazy. In my case, I enjoyed a delicious glass of chocolate milk before bed on 2 occasions, only to wake up to being hot in the face with over-the-head hammer fists from my, again, ex-partner, who I had in a chokehold. Who then informed me on both occasions I was whispering, "Where's the milk, bitch? Where is my fucking milk?" repeatedly while slowly tightening the chokehold. Okay, so not a joke. Actually, I thought dairy sleep-induced violence was like farting.
It's actually like...
Actually trying to kill somebody.
This is giving me 5 Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Haunted milk.
Haunted milk. Drinking milk makes you kill people.
I mean, not me.
Not me. But some.
It could.
Australians.
It is a very exciting drink that can definitely get you pretty fired up.
That's wild. Okay. Okay. Anyway, so he had his ex-partner in a chokehold. Anyway, to the haunting that my friend's father also experienced in the very same fashion 30 years earlier, who was visibly white and frightened when I relayed my story. I was in my mid-20s around 2009. My now ex-partner was pregnant, and we were renting a nice house. On a side note, they may be related to the haunting. This house had a pull-down attic stairs that I had to explore. When I went up there, I found a standalone shrine to Gillian Anderson from the X-Files. That's fucking wild.
Sorry, that was just in the house?
In the attic of the house he was renting with his ex-partner.
Was this his ex-partner's shrine, or came with the house?
I think when they moved in, he found that in the attic. Spooky stuff. Anyway, One night, I guess about 2 or 3 in the morning, I woke up. I noticed 2 shadow men in the corners directly in front of me. I instinctively recognized them from a few years earlier from my chef's apprenticeship, along with the amphetamine consumption that came along with it. So I wasn't overly concerned, but they did not disappear as they did in the past, and I noticed I had no control of my body other than my eyes. At that moment, a smoky mass of gas materialized between them, and the figure of a haggard-ass old woman. My friend's dad informed me he had identified it as a succubus. Appeared. It then creepily as fuck crawled along the floor momentarily, disappearing from sight, only to appear under the covers, like The Grudge. At this stage, I was trying my hardest to tell and scream and jump up, only to have the slightest muffled hums and rolls. The groundhog movement under the cover appears on top of me. It was then I realized what this demonic beast wanted: my seed and my dignity.
Oh, no.
He was getting... This is psychic molestation.
Literally.
Okay, you got... Somehow it instantly commanded a rock-hard erection and commenced its raping. I could visibly see what I think was my wood leaving my body via my chest and head. It felt like when you were a teenager and on like your 15th wank of the day. Horrible, but you did it anyway.
Real.
Nuke. I knew I had to do something, and I just tried to scream as hard as I could, and just like that, a small yell came out, and control of my body and everything disappeared. I was dry, and I don't think I busted, so I think I still partially have my soul. Oh, that's what it was when it said wood, my soul.
Oh, okay.
So my friend's dad wasn't as fortunate. My ex-partner woke up, and I tried to explain what had happened, and she rolled over and went to sleep. It was at that moment I realized that she wasn't the one, and 5 to 6 years we would have to break up. That's my story. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of details in there that are fucking crazy.
Getting molested by a malevolent spirit.
Sucking your soul out of your head and neck.
And penis.
Secondarily penis. Mostly head and neck.
Yeah.
With a boner. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Also, the
haunted milk.
The haunted milk detail is very fascinating. So there's like a lot going on. There's like parallels between him and his friend's dad, who is a serial killer.
Right. It is a confirmed serial killer.
Who is a serial killer. Who would frequently say, "Don't give me milk or I'll kill you in my sleep." And then this guy, Brody...
Had he drunk milk before
this
happened?
After he had on 2 occasions had chocolate milk before bed, and then woke up to him with his girl in a chokehold.
That's crazy, because chocolate milk is one of the world's most delightful drinks.
Chalky milk is wonderful.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it's like a...
It's deep. They always try and like, corrupt the most beautiful things.
Mm-hmm.
Such as chocolate milk.
It might be...
Although the Gillian Anderson Shrine was probably letting in a lot of...
Sorry, I just took a picture of your feet. That's where the flashlight went off.
No ticky, no laundry.
Just kidding.
I showed you those in confidence.
There's a lot going on in this one though.
Yeah.
That's spooky.
Like drinking haunted milk.
Leave a comment if anyone else has experienced milk sleep violence.
And like having a confirmed serial killer with the same thing.
Yeah.
Then moving into a house with a Gillian Anderson shrine, which I assume was like channeling some powerful, malevolent enemies.
I wonder if someone in that house previously had tried to summon like a ghostly Gillian Anderson to suck his penis.
Yeah. Well, and it did say it was a succubus.
Yes.
So it probably somebody had tried to summon a Gillian Anderson succubus
to suck their penis.
To suck you bust.
And instead, good for you for fighting it and keeping your soul.
That was a close call.
That is
sure.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, if your girl don't believe you that that a succubus tried to take your soul in the night, she ain't the one, brother.
I mean, maybe the milk was, on the right side here and trying to tell him something. By getting him
my milk saved me a bunch of time. Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Let's not jump to conclusions and blame the milk.
No. Hey, it might be. I think it's an inherited curse of some kind or something.
I think that it could be that the friend's serial killer father, maybe he built the Gillian Anderson shrine.
I think the friend's serial killer father is a key portion.
Yeah.
We can't ignore the fact that your friend had a dad who was definitely a serial killer.
Yeah, that's sort of my like Columbo, all the Hercule Poirot novels.
Also, like
kicking in,
having a thing where like if I drink milk, I get violent in my sleep. Having that happen to two people that closely related is strange.
Right.
Because I've never heard of that, but having it happen to two separate dudes.
Well, it's probably when you encounter someone who's deeply evil, like a ripper.
A ripper.
A ripper. They can sort of pass some of their malevolent energies onto you.
Right.
Via the Aussie milk curse.
Yeah, you might, if you know anyone who even jokingly has a reputation for being an accused serial killer, it's probably best to to hit a little like Sephiroth Sword 87 and plug your nose and say get away, even if it's an ironic joke that he's a serial killer.
Yeah, because usually most people, that's not really something they would joke about.
Anyone who's like, oh, that guy, he's a serial killer.
Right.
So you might want to keep your guard up around.
Pull the Sephiroth Sword 87.
Man, thank you, Brody. That was a great story.
No,
that's
excellent
crazy.
Story.
This next one comes to us from a classic OG dog, Dr. Peanut Butter.
Dr. Peanut Butter of the High Tea Boys podcast.
One of the highest tea guys of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Peanut Butter has sent in a story to get scared.
Okay.
There are no notes on this. This is just an audio file.
Okay.
So we will play it now.
Hey, so this is Kyle from Idaho, long-time listener, first-time caller. So I got a spooky story for you. A while back, I got into remote viewing and stuff like that, and I guess I just left the portal open or something. Anyways, one thing led to another, and these aliens got in and started fucking and sucking me and stuff, spiritually sucking my cock and my balls and fingering my ass and stuff and making me come buckets all the time. Then they told me to go to church, and then I saw a lizard pastor guy, and I shot him in the head a bunch of times and stuff. He ended up surviving, probably because of being a lizard and whatnot. Anyways, big fan. Loved the other night when Hugh, the guy on the right, was playing Crusader Kings and cut his own eye out, and he got diarrhea and died. And he turned into a baby and tried to fuck his mom. That was rad. Shout out Chill Prison, High Tea Boys. I guess I just have one question. What's your guys' favorite colors? I'll take my answer off the air. Thanks.
All right, sinister stuff there.
A very scary story.
I mean, up until yesterday, my favorite color was purple.
Yeah.
But now I'm thinking... Well, apparently orange is also a bad color.
Fuck.
And red and blue are both very powerful colors, but not to be trifled with, because if you mix them, you end up with purple.
Right, purple. I think mine is green.
Green?
Green.
Green? I think mine might be blue.
Blue.
Blue. Like Sonic.
Blue.
It's a powerful color.
Green. Straight.
Though, I mean, I am kind of on record as being a red enjoyer.
You love red.
Which is sort of why I enjoyed purple.
Thanks you again, Dr. Peanut Butter of the High Tea Boys podcast.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good on you for getting sucked and fucking blown. That one had the vibe of those old school Xbox Live party chat messages. Where it's you're just jealous that I'm doing something with my guitar that you'll never be able to do in your fucking life. Oh yeah, and you're gay. It had that vibe of the audio quality was crazy, and it was just I had these fucking aliens sucking and fucking me and making me cum buckets.
Yeah, I guess that's a thing that happens to a lot of people.
It's common.
Yeah.
Many such cases.
I mean, I'm glad the lizard pastor survived, so it's no harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul. All good.
And it's pretty rad that you got S'd and F'd.
So that's a little sampler for you guys. If you like that, go listen to the High Tea Boys podcast featuring real Kyle Odom victim.
Yeah.
Dr. Peanut Butter.
Psychic R victim, Dr. Peanut Butter.
All right. This next story is an audio story from listener HX.
Okay.
HX,
I believe, a.k.a. Hexagon.
6 sides.
6 sides. 6. 6 times 3 equals 666.
666. Loading up HX's scary story. Hitting play now.
Hey, I'm from Norway, and up north where I come from, there's a lot of superstition, and the Sami indigenous people always have some connection to being able to heal wounds or see things. like, yeah, there's a lot of mediums and shit up there. My bloodline also has some Sami in it, so I'm not gonna say this is from that, but might have to do with that. When I was a baby, I was around, under 2, maybe. Before you are supposed to be able to form memories. I remember from a house we were living in. I didn't know it was that house, with my memories. This is stuff I found out later in life. I remember going to bed, and every night I would become scared because I heard footsteps, heavy footsteps coming up the stairs up into the second floor where I was, and coming right next to my door, and then they would stop. I would always sleep with my door open because I got scared of the dark because of that stuff, and I would start crying, and my dad or mom would come in and do some Christian night songs. But yeah, I thought that was just a weird memory from when I was a kid. But as I grew up, I heard about that house from others, and my dad would say he never felt comfortable there. They would talk about my grandfather, who was even more Sami than us. He would say there's something in this house that doesn't want us here. And when they were staying outside visiting us in their camper, he would hear big thuds on the roof of that camper and stuff. I thought my memories were from another house, but I went there to check, and the layout didn't fit with how I remember it, and it's very weird that I remember it at all. And then I would talk to our old neighbor, an old woman, and I was telling her about my memories of, because I knew we had lived in her house, and she said right before my bedroom door was a door. Oh, I should have probably told you this. There was a door in the house that was locked at all times that we weren't allowed into when we were renting the house. And that door was right across from, right across the hall down from where I was sleeping.
That's spooky.
That's extremely spooky.
My guess, there was a Gillian Anderson shrine in there.
I think if there's, that's like my nightmare.
Yeah.
It's renting somewhere with a room that I don't have access to.
Just a weird locked room that has sounds coming out of it.
That's my fucking nightmare. That's so freaky.
And I don't know if,
Also, having these memories at 2 is crazy.
Yeah.
But I do believe that he's from Norway.
Well, because I feel like that's the thing, too, that here in North America we wouldn't experience as much just because, everything is so much newer than there.
Yeah, there's ancient shit going on in Norway.
I don't know this house specifically, but it could be some house that's 400 years old or something.
Yeah, or just land that's been inhabited for 1,000 years.
So so much more time to get haunted.
Yeah, I am a firm believer. Well, and Norway's one of those places. They're more northern than Canada, and it gets darker.
Yeah,
it gets dark.
I think they would be warmer, but they would get heavy darkness. I think.
Those places that lose the sun.
You're right.
I do believe that creepy crawlies do come out a little bit,
and it also helps that HX sounds a lot like Varg Vikings.
It's a very pleasant accent, the Norwegian accent.
Yeah, shout out the Norwegian accent for being an ESL language that actually sounds nice.
Yes, it's very pleasant.
Not many such cases.
No, yeah, it's a good language for storytelling.
It is, yeah. It's very Bard on a snowy hill.
Yeah, very full of vril.
Yeah.
Very full of vril.
Indeed.
Okay, we're going to keep going from 328.
Or right before, but across the, So that was their dead son's room that they had kept like pristine.
Oh
my God.
And so I, as a baby, probably heard some of that, I think. I don't know if I'm a believer or not, but that's crazy that I remember that, and like that it stopped right at the point where his door is. And then I talked to some of the neighbors around that place. They're all like some form of weird type of Christian called Lestadianism or something. It's a local thing, I think. They're very old school, kind of like a little bit culty, maybe. But they say they see something in the window in that room that's like out towards where the other people live. In the evenings, they see someone standing there with like a faint blue glow. They call him the Blue Boy. And so it's kind of a known thing that I didn't know was known until I started looking into it. I've heard other people trying to rent there also moving out because it became too much. They would hear like footsteps in the stairs all the time. My mom would think someone was coming to visit all the time. She's a dumb woman, kind of. She's very naive. She always sees the best in everyone, and she's a Christian too, so she said she never got a bad vibe in that house, but she's the only one I've talked to who never got a bad vibe in that house. So yeah, people had moved out, and we had weird experiences. Everyone I talked to in my family had weird experiences, even me as a baby. I think that's the most convincing story I have. I don't think I have experienced anything else than that. And it's weird that I would remember it, even though I was so young. I shouldn't be able to remember that when I was 2. But yeah, that's my little story. Sorry, 6 minutes is longer than just a short story, but yeah, there it is.
Thank you, user Hexagon.
yeah, spooky ass story.
That's
the Blue Boy.
The Blue Boy.
Damn it! I just said the blue was my favorite color.
Well, and like his neighbors practicing like a very like niche local form of Christianity that I've never heard of.
Yeah,
a lot of details there that are, and also any story that's like in a foreign country, there's an added detail of like every Japanese horror movie scares me more than American ones.
Yeah,
just because like the buildings are different.
Well, because I imagine it's some weird like curly Q wooden building with spires, and things.
It's a building where the roof is like a boat or something. You know?
Like an overturned boat.
Yeah,
and the little glowing blue boy, the dead boy.
It did remind me though, like. To share a personal story,
mm-hmm.
The house I grew up in as a child was an old like townhouse from the 50s.
Okay.
And in our like crawl space, we had this tiny little crawl space. It was one of those like condo neighborhoods where like every house was identical and connected.
Okay.
Yeah. It was born like in the 50s or whatever. It was made in the 50s.
Sure.
And our we had a little crawl space in the basement, and it had all this like writing from like kids who had lived in the house previous. So it would be like Jack and Lucy 1964 or whatever. It was like full of that. So like I etched my name in when I was like 11. I was like Jordan fucks girls or whatever.
Yeah, awesome.
got put down here or whatever, trying to sound cool for the next kid. But like it was something I never thought about, but when I was home alone as a kid, I would constantly hear people come home.
Yeah.
But no one, like I would hear my parents come home, but they wouldn't be there.
Oh.
But I would like hear like the front door and then it like open and close and like someone come upstairs. And I never thought anything of it as a kid. I just assumed it was like the house noises, but it was like so distinctly someone coming home.
Oh, okay.
And it didn't, I didn't realize that wasn't common until I like moved out of that house.
And stopped hearing it.
And I didn't hear that in anywhere else I ever lived. But it was like constant that I would hear like, like the distinct noise of like, we had this like front step installed that like made a really loud noise when you stepped on it.
Okay.
So like throughout the whole house, you could like kind of hear it if the house was quiet. And I would constantly hear that, and then like somebody come in, and then like usually come up the stairs. It reminds me a lot of that, of like my the house I grew up in,
and especially like the crawl space. Like, did any of the messages say like Timmy was murdered here?
No, it was the
Here lies Timmy.
And it's hard to tell how much of it was because I was like 6, but it was also like I was like terrified of the basement. And like it was the kind of basement where like the light switch was at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, so you had to
I'd
walk
turn it off
through
and
the
then
darkness?
I'd have to turn the lights off and then sprint up the stairs, and then you'd hear my parents would hear me like, and they'd be like, "What's going on?" And I'd be like, "Oh, nothing. I'm going upstairs."
Damn.
But it was like kind of a spooky house.
Yeah.
And yeah, the crawl space was all full of writing and scribbles.
Runes.
Probably. I never looked too closely, but yeah.
Finger scratches.
It might have been the place where they kept their horrible homunculus son, who like was a eraser head baby who lived in the crawl
Fish
space.
head homunculus son. Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a.
And imagine how much scarier it would be in a foreign country like Norway.
I know. Well, I was never even like scared. It was just something I never thought about. I was always just like, oh, I must have been hearing things or something.
Yeah.
But it was like every time I was home alone, I'd hear like people come home that weren't, and no one was there. So much so that like it became routine that I would like look out the front window and be like, oh, no one's home. Okay.
Huh.
Yeah, it was never scary though. I was never like, it was just like pretty consistent. Yeah.
It's very mysterious.
It was weird.
Did you have a Gillian Anderson shrine?
Yeah, but not to summon her or anything, but I did have a Gillian Anderson shrine
It's
for
more of a J.O. Crystal scenario.
I had shrines to various female wrestlers and I had a lot of shrines. I had various shrines in my bedroom that were
shrines.
not really for summoning purposes, more for charging stuff. Yeah, I had like a sable shrine. I had like a Trish Stratus shrine. And,
Sure, who didn't?
Yeah, everyone had a Trish Stratus shrine.
A Stacy Keebler shrine.
It's just normal shrine stuff. Nothing weird like Gillian Anderson from the X-Files.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Hexagon.
Thank you. Very
That's a
spooky
great story. That was a very cool story.
Yeah.
The Blue Boy.
The Blue Boy.
This next
We're
one.
going to call that story The Blue Boy.
The Blue Boy.
Mm-hmm.
We love our colors here, folks.
Yeah, it's making me want to switch back to Perp L gay.
Okay. Oh, this is exciting. The next story comes from head moderator at Sonic Wednesday.
Executive moderator.
John Knuckles himself.
Let's go.
Has sent in a text story.
Okay. Awesome.
From head moderator, head best boy at Chrome Boys LLC.
Yep.
Majority shareholder of the Chrome Boys license.
Indeed.
John Knuckles.
Yeah. So everybody's going to want to be well behaved in the comments for this one.
Because he will take the shot.
He will take the shot.
This is coming from John Knuckles. Until I was 2 years old, I lived in a house that my family later told me was haunted. We're a Catholic family, so the idea of anything supernatural was never really our thing. It wasn't until my late 20s that my mom finally told me what they had experienced in that house. The stories were mostly innocent. My sister talking to someone in her room, my brother seeing a man floating outside his window, and my mom once feeling someone sit beside her in bed when no one else was there. Those don't seem mostly innocent.
They're all pretty spooky.
That's all very scary.
And like what was it? His brother saw someone floating
outside his bedroom window. Those
are all pretty spooky.
If that's but this guy is John is also a horror aficionado. So to us, that's extremely scary. Mm-hmm. But to a unscared guy like John, this might be completely. He's so
expert in hauntology,
an expert in spooks.
Yes,
John Knuckles. This is actually normal.
That's probably why he goes to those haunted houses all the time
to get amused,
just to feel something.
Maybe this would have scared me if my brother was doing it when I was 4. My story was a little different. From a young age, I had 3 recurring nightmares that would play out exactly the same way every time. In the first, I was lying on the floor while 2 entities that I can only describe as demonic tormented me. They ran circles around me as I lay there, frozen. They looked like something between people and hellhounds, moving on all 4s, covered in light fur, wearing purple robes and white masks.
Perp L robes?
And white masks?
Damn.
I could never remember the exact features of the marks, only that they could flip upside down, rotating faces, not spinning like in The Exorcist, like fully just flip.
Oh.
Oh my God. That's fucking horrific.
That's extremely scary.
A fucking scary dream.
Yeah.
Oh my God. In those dreams, I always saw the same room, the same rug, couch, and coffee table. I can still picture them vividly to this day. The second dream was almost identical, except this time I was sitting on the couch instead of lying on the floor. I could see the TV set up across from me. The third dream was the worst. The same entities stood over what I assumed was a crib. They would torment me until I cried, their masks twisting and spinning as they did. These dreams happened over and over from the time I was about 5 until I was 10. I never told anyone about them because I was convinced that if I talked about them, something bad would happen. Fast forward to when I was 14, my grandmother had passed away, and while looking through old family photos, I saw pictures of the house for the first time. One photo showed my dad holding me on the couch, and it hit me like a truck. The rug, the coffee table, and the couch, even the TV setup. Everything from my dreams was right there. I had forgotten about those nightmares until that moment, and all the memories came rushing back. Were they just dreams? Probably. I don't claim any of it was real, but the feeling of that realization, the familiarity, the fear, has stuck with me ever since.
Wow.
That's extremely frightening.
That is.
Having recurring dreams of being tormented by the same thing in like having 3 separate dream scenarios where the same creature is tormenting you in all of them,
right,
is very distressing.
Then years later, discovering that it was really your family.
Yeah, that's actually fucking horrific.
Yeah, and like the purple gay robes, and the white shifting masks,
and them like running on all fours but being like humanoid.
Yeah,
that's
spinning, the rotating faces.
Oh my god. Yeah, there was definitely something fucked up in that house, man.
Because like the rotating face, I can't even think of seeing that in a movie. That's scary as fuck.
I did have a dream in that childhood house of an old lady whose face would spin and she would yell at me. I had it about two times as a young man.
Oh.
Maybe there's
spooky.
This is interesting.
Maybe yeah. It seems like you're receiving a bunch of like deeply repressed memories are showing up.
Yeah, well, like I've like yeah. It is weird to hear like recurring things that like I experienced, not like to a terrible degree. Like I think I had that dream like twice. Mm-hmm. However, that dream is burned into my memory, and I do like remember it pretty often.
Whereas for me, I'm just sort of further cementing my belief that I'm haunt proof.
Just throw it in the trash. This is a very fun show to do.
It is. That's a scary one.
These are spooky, dude.
And what was it? It was like years later he saw a photograph that revealed that it was his parents the whole time.
Well, that like the everything in the old photographs was exactly how it was in his dreams.
And his parents were wearing robes in the old photographs?
I don't think he mentioned that.
No. Maybe I'm doing a little editorializing.
The robes and the masks detail. Like being tormented by a recurring figure.
Yeah. I did used to have the sort of one recurring nightmare I had as a kid. I had a little... it was more of just like a relentless chase. Or a little like UFO type thing. Like a sort of flying saucer that was kind of like... a couple feet across, would just be like chasing me.
Whoa.
And I couldn't escape it because it would just like come through like walls and stuff.
Damn.
And I would have that dream quite a bit. And it wasn't, it was more, it wasn't as like creepy as like having purple masked figures tormenting you and doing
weird body stuff.
It was just this sort of relentless pursuit by this like disc.
Did it ever catch you?
No.
Huh.
But it would always be like I couldn't like escape from it.
Ugh.
And anywhere I went, it would like follow.
Nightmares are weird because I don't think I've had a real nightmare since I was like a kid.
No, me neither. I'll sometimes have like kind of, they're not like nightmares, but dreams that will make me like wake up and be like sad, kind of.
I'll have sad dreams, kind of dreams, yeah, or like stressful dreams.
Yeah,
where I'm like doing something extremely stressful, and then I'll wake up like, ugh.
But not like nightmare.
No, not like I'm being tortured and attacked.
Like I think, yeah, when I was a kid, I would sometimes I'd have that disc one a lot, and then one time I had this really vivid nightmare that I'd been captured by witches.
Oh.
And who were like doing something to me.
Hocus pocus stuff?
Basically, yeah. Like I was captured by a coven of witches who were doing hocus pocus stuff. And then when I woke up, I was kneeling beside my bed with like in like prayer position.
Yo, really?
Yeah. Yeah, and that one, like the dream.
This dude just said he's haunt proof, and then that's great. Well, bleep that, by the way. Please bleep that.
I'll catch it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, well, I mean, I prayed it away.
That's crazy, though, in your sleep?
Yeah, and that one, like the dream, I don't remember the specifics too well, other than it was like a really vivid, scary.
Dude.
I'm like, I've been captured by witches.
That's insane.
But the real striking part is I remember waking up.
In prayer pose.
Yeah, like kneeling beside my bed with like my elbows on the bed.
That's insane.
Like, my head on my like hands.
Yo.
Yeah.
That's wild.
But obviously I'm so haunt proof
that you just prayed it away. That's fucking
even
nuts.
asleep. I assumed a holy position.
That's crazy.
Deflect the witches.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, and that one's probably my most like distinctive nightmare memory.
Yeah, that's
like
wild.
The disc happened like many times. But that one was just the once. But I've never like woken up in a strange position.
That's
like
insane.
That before.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a wild dream.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And somehow moving. But that's just how haunt-proof I am.
Yeah, that you just reflexively went to prayer and got rid of it and it never happened again.
Yeah.
That's nuts. That's so crazy. That's whoa.
But thank you for the story, John. That's some spooky stuff.
Thank you, John. That's freaky.
You're unlocking a lot of Jordan's repressed memory.
These are slowly. This is crazy. Okay, this next story comes from listener Max. Max, who I believe sent us an Instagram message. So this is a screen recording of his voice memo.
Yes.
Hey guys, thanks for the show. My name is Max. I was living in a different place. I was living in the Pacific Northwest. That's not where I'm from.
Spooky place.
This was like, I just had moved out there after college. And I was partying a lot and smoking a lot of weed, all that. And this sleep paralysis event must have come at a time when I was like trying to quit myself of all these things.
Good for you.
So it was like, must have been 3 a.m. There was some light from the parking lot coming through the blinds, and I'm asleep on my right side in my twin-sized bed. And there was a figure at the foot of the bed, which was, I could only see out of my peripheral, but it was definitely demonic in nature. And it, for a while I'm frozen here, sort of with this sense that it's there, and this terror of like something foreign is in my bedroom right there. I have this sense, or no, it's speaking this kind of like primordial demon language that I can't understand at all. And at some point, it levitates me over my bed, which is something I've had happen a little bit, but not quite in this exact same way. It levitated me over my bed, then out over the edge, like out towards where I was facing, then down to the ground. So I was just like brushing the ground, completely locked and frozen. And it dragged me under the bed to the other side of the bed and then back up on top of it, and maybe let me rest there a second as if that was all it was going to do. But then it did that same motion to me where it levitated me around the bed like a countless number of times, and each time it like would disturb me, get to me more and terrify me more, and I would fight and struggle more to get out of the sleep paralysis. And it was laughing while it was doing it. So it was at first like speaking this evil language, and then it switched to just laughing at me, and like it seemed to be feeding off of how much fear I was experiencing. So that's my story. Thanks. Happy Halloween, fellas. All right. Peace.
Damn.
All right.
Holy shit.
Pretty scary stuff.
Listener Max.
Thank you, Max.
That's extremely frightening.
Yeah.
Getting talked to in presumably Latin.
Yeah, or Enochian.
Or Somalian.
Having sleep paralysis in here. What I can only assume is demon language. It's like
getting I think rotated around his bed.
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
Because sleep paralysis is apparently
quite common.
A lot of people have that. I don't know if they have that extreme of ones with the Somalian chants and all of that. But
This is also highlighting to me, like, we have a pretty small reach as a show.
Yeah.
How many people sent in stories and have had experiences with something weird and unexplainable?
Yeah.
It's crazy how common.
Yeah.
It's actually insane how common it is.
I think I'm an outlier being totally haunt-proof.
Totally haunt-proof and steel in your resolve. That's crazy.
Yeah,
getting rotated around your bed. And getting laughed at. That's fucking spooky.
Yeah, no kidding.
That could be something like he had mentioned. He was like, like purging his body of all sorts of substances. And that might have been like, a demon's way of trying to scare you back into it.
Possibly,
potentially. Because I know those are the only ways they can really get your loosh, is if you're tormenting yourself.
They do call weed the devil's lettuce.
Take a sip, and the devil laughs. You ever see that video?
No.
That lady talking about Monster Energy?
Oh, really?
Yeah. She's awesome. People used to clown on her, but she was literally spitting facts.
Yeah.
The logo, I guess, is like Hebrew for 666, like the monster claw.
Oh, okay.
And she was like, 666.
Well,
take
red
a sip.
Bull?
Bull. Ball. Ball.
Ball. Basket. Ball.
Basking ball.
But, like...
That's a fucking crazy story, man.
Yeah, sleep paralysis sounds awful.
It's pretty common, too.
Like, I don't entirely get what it is. Like, it's sort of like you're awake, but not quite.
The way I've heard it described, like, I've known a lot of people who've like experienced it.
Okay.
And the way it's described is like the only thing you're really, like, you're fully conscious, but you're like, your body's not, your brain is not controlling your body. So you can kind of look around, but you can't move or make any noise or do anything. You're just sort of experiencing this horrible thing. Yeah,
that's scary as hell.
I knew this girl who was like, yeah, I get sleep paralysis like once a week, which was like, get the fuck out of my car. Get out of my car.
Yeah.
I was like that Uber driver. Get out! Get the fuck out!
Yeah. I mean, that's awful.
Yeah, she was like, it was common. And yeah, the way she described it was like, you just can't move and you're just subject to this horrible...
Do you ever have like pleasant sleep paralysis?
Where you just get head?
Where you're just kind of there and then
there's like a glowing Michael Jackson at the foot of your bed.
You come buckets.
Hello. This is good sleep paralysis.
This is fun, right?
Hi, woo! And he starts like blowing bubbles, and every time he waves his hand, little like shimmers come around. It's like,
and then you come buckets,
and then you bust or something. You wake up and I think there's exclusively bad sleep paralysis.
Yeah, I mean, just the name is sort of like, well, that doesn't sound good.
That's bad.
And especially if it opens you up to having demons chant at you and float you around and stuff.
Float you around and laugh at you. That's fucking horrific.
Yeah.
Good for you for powering through that, though, dude.
Yeah, indeed.
That's
well done.
Fucking crazy. I like that we have this like idea, this concept for a show too, because like a lot of people, if they have this, they can't really like share it.
Right.
You just have to like.
A lot of these seem like sort of like deeply
disturbing,
like traumatizing
scary things, man.
Like being tormented by demons in the night and
getting floated around
and having just clearly a ghost living in your house in the locked room that you're not allowed to go into.
Yeah, like
or getting trapped in caverns,
cavernous.
The bean channeling.
Getting your beans channeled.
Getting your bean channeled.
Your pineal bean.
Yeah, a lot of scary stuff.
It's very spooky. This is fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
This next story is an audio story from listener Sarah.
Okay. All right, get ready, boys. I think this is the first time a woman has been featured on our show.
In years? 4 years?
If that's not something you're comfortable with, you're going to jump ahead to this time.
This is the story.
Okay.
Hey fellas, I have a spooky Halloween story for you. When I was 8 or 9, I was at sleepaway camp out in the mountains, and at camp you could sign up for these overnight backpacking trips with like a smaller group of girls and like 2 counselors who were just like college age girls themselves. So I sign up. It's like 8 of us and our counselors, and we are hiking up a mountain. And so we have a good hike all day, and then we stay overnight kind of halfway up the mountain at these shelters. It was like a cabin, but very, very bare bones. It was just, floor, roof, 4 walls. And so we settle in for the night, and we're sleeping on our sleeping bags. And I had always had trouble sleeping as a kid, and so I'm just staring at the ceiling, and everybody else has fallen asleep. And I hear something outside of the shelter, and that's not too weird because, there's like deer and possums and raccoons and stuff out in the woods. And so I kind of am like, oh, it's fine, kind of convincing myself. But then I hear it coming closer to the cabin, and I'm like, okay, it's just a raccoon, it's fine. But there's this window. It's kind of, it just has a big piece of mesh over it. It's not like a glass window. It's just a little air ventilation to keep in the mesh to keep the bugs out. And so I see something through the window, through the moonlight. I can see the silhouette of something lurking outside the cabin. And I am terrified because it does not look like a deer. It does not look like a bear even. It looks like a man, tall, standing on 2 feet, walking towards the cabin. And so I am terrified, and I shut my eyes and I just tell myself that it's not happening. And when I open them, I can see the man looking into the cabin with his hands, around his eyes, pressed into the mesh of the window, looking into the cabin. And I could hear his breath, and I could hear him. He's counting 1, 2, 3, 4. He's counting how many of us there is, and he says, "Little girls. It's a bunch of little girls. Who told these little girls they were allowed to stay here, huh?" And I was just, my heart was pounding so hard. I was completely frozen. I was trying to convince myself that this was not happening. But then I hear him kind of coming around the outside of the cabin towards the door. And I hear a kind of scratching sound on the door like he's about to open it. And so that's when I scream. I jump up, I tell my counselor, wake up, there's somebody outside, you need to go out there, you need to figure out what's going on. And my counselor's really annoyed with me because she just thinks like, damn, this girl has had a nightmare, she's woken everybody up. But, she goes out there with a flashlight, and she's like, there is nobody out there. There's nobody out there. You have had a bad dream. You need to go back to sleep. There's nothing wrong. And I just could not convince her. And so I lay there all night. I don't think I slept at all. And in the morning, I go outside the cabin, we're all getting packed up, and I look, and you could see it was very cold that night. And so the mud had kind of crusted over it, and you could see the imprints of massive boot prints that had been around the outside of the cabin. They were not counselor's footprints. They were not little girl prints. They were massive man's boot prints. And I make my counselor come. I'm like, look at this. And she's at that point a little spooked. And so she calls the owner of the camp, who also owns the shelters. And he's like, she says to him, does anybody live out here? Does anybody else own these cabins? And he's like, no, you're completely alone for miles and miles. Nobody lives on that mountain, and I'm the only one who owns the cabins. So I guess we'll never know what happened. We'll never know who that guy was. Did we almost get axe murdered by some crazy pedophile, or
yes,
did I have a dream?
Definitely.
100%.
I feel like the boot prints are vindication, but who knows? Maybe I saved all of our lives that night, or maybe I'm just making it all up. All right, bye.
Good God,
wow.
Holy shit! That's like another of my nightmares. Like I like going camping,
yeah.
But I've always wanted to do like bush camping, like actually out in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
But the risk of exactly that is far too high.
Well, and this is sort of an example of like, man is the scariest beast of all.
That's
because it just being a scary guy
in the
is
woods.
in some ways like more scary than like a ghost or whatever. You know? Like,
yeah. Oh my God. The boot prints are like definitely vindication that
I'm like the counting.
Yeah.
1, 2,
Straight up, you almost got Cape Feared.
Yeah.
You're going to learn about loss.
Look at all you
little girls. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's spooky as hell.
Because I am of the belief that at any given point, and Canada is mostly that. Like most of the nation's landmass is wooded.
Right.
Like everyone lives in this like 200-kilometer or like 500-kilometer like strip at the border, basically.
Right.
Almost nobody lives in most of the country.
Like that, I also had like it's appealing to think of like just going out to the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah,
like,
Crown
sleeping
Land
in a
and
little
just
tent or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, what if you run into somebody?
What if there's
there?
a fucking guy out there?
What if there's a Robert De Niro and Cape Fear guy?
You ever learned about loss?
You ever learned about loss?
No. You
No.
gonna learn soon. I'd prefer if that didn't happen, sir.
No, thank you.
Sir, get away. Walk that way.
Get out
like,
of
what are you
here.
gonna do? Like, if there's a guy out in the middle of the woods, like, you're just gonna be like, go the other way.
Yeah, I was here first.
Yeah, like, oh my God.
Yeah,
That's a
real scary.
That's a
This is
nightmare.
also like, what are the two like
high
camp
school,
camps, high
college age
school-
girls gonna do?
Yeah.
Against some crazy Cape Fear guy
Yeah.
who's gonna teach you about
to
loss.
teach you about loss.
Oh my God. Because I'm of the belief that like within any like 150 kilometer zone in any wooded area, there's probably like a guy.
Yeah.
It's just all there. Like it's just like no one's stopping you from going in there.
Right.
And if you're fucking insane, you can just
If you're
go in
like-
there.
Yeah, I wonder if he got like spooked by seeing Sarah
And like left.
and left.
Because yeah, the boot prints are like, well, that's
It certainly seems like there was a
fucking guy there.
scary ass dude peeking in the window being, look at all them little girls.
Look at all damn girls. And then he's about to go inside. What are you? What? What are you fucking insane, dude? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
my
real
God.
scary stuff.
We're getting spooky, dude. They're getting spooked up, man.
Yeah.
So thank you, listener Sarah.
Yes, thank you for
That's
the
a
story.
crazy story. I can definitely see that happening.
It's nice that we're able to provide people with an hour or two of mirth and merriment a week when it seems
Yeah.
that the rest of their lives are torment.
Scary.
Scary stuff happening.
This last story for the evening, gentlemen, and foids and goids and boids and ghouls, is brought to you by listener Forbidden Gains.
Let's
Zach.
go.
Zach. Forbidden Gains.
AKA Forbidden Games.
He has sent us a text story.
Okay. It's been a nice, it just kind of worked out. They've almost like alternated quite neatly.
He has, he says, what up, Chrome Boys? I got some quick Dark Orb related stories for you.
Let's go.
With dates, so that's good. 2013.
Scary year.
Title, Sky Orb. I was walking back into my job from the parking lot and saw a red and orange pulsating sphere in the sky. My first thought was a hot air balloon, but this was in the middle of winter, and it was a perfectly round ball pulsating from orange to red, flying just below the clouds. That's the sun. I'm just kidding. Just below the clouds. No one else saw it, and I watched it fly over my work building until I couldn't see it anymore. Wasn't connected to anything. Wasn't a plane or a helicopter. Just a pulsating orb bigger than a car.
I wonder what the pulsating means exactly.
Probably some sort of damaging energy field or
Probably.
alien shield technology.
There's probably some loose energy from the Chicago bean.
It could be. I mean, you know how in Halo, when you shoot aliens that have their armor up, they pulse blue?
Right.
Could be some sort of alien shielding technology.
Probably.
Did not get a pic or vid. Probably wouldn't have captured it anyway on my 2013 flip phone. Probably true.
Yeah. They could have had like the Ben Tesla coil effect as
right.
well.
It might not have because of the
Conduits.
and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ley lines.
Energy fields.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I do. That's and I think listener Forbidden Gains is based in Idaho. It's a very.
So, yes.
I think
that's our second haunted Pacific Northwest story.
Yeah, a scary region.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 2015. Sky.
2 years later.
Sky Noodle.
Sky Noodle.
My girlfriend at the time and I had just gotten home late at night to our apartment. I got out of the car. The moon was bright, but there were still a ton of clouds out. I looked up and saw a long, glowing orange line flying through the sky pretty fast. It bent and curved and moved, but it was just a long, straight, bright orange noodle. My then girlfriend gets out of the car.
Is that the same color as the orb?
It was.
Okay.
Orange.
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 Or orange.
Gay. My then girlfriend gets out of the car, asks what I'm looking at. She sees it, and we both watch it for about 45 seconds to a minute. We watched it until we couldn't see it anymore. It wasn't the outline of something. It wasn't connected to anything. It was just a bright orange glowing line that wiggled through the sky. When she reached out to me a few years ago, I asked her if she remembered it, and she did. Tried to get a vid of it, but did not show up and didn't even have that phone anymore. So there's orange alien tech going on in Idaho.
Yeah.
A line, a noodle, an orb.
Forbidden Gain seems to be sort of haunted, if you will.
Perhaps observed.
Orange shapes.
Shaped alien shape tech is studying his freak physique.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
And those are a couple close calls there.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I like there are regions of the states that like have more alien activity than others.
I think Pacific Northwest is pretty common for people to get abducted by aliens, to fall into bottomless pits,
get psychically molested,
Somalian levitated, murdered by their father,
who's a serial killer,
who's a backwards talking serial killer
who eats cheese and kills people in his sleep.
Exactly.
Amityville Horror, famously, the guy ate cheese before bed.
Really?
I don't know. Yes. The next story, 2022. Roe v. Me. This one I still cannot explain. This has never happened to me before or since. This was the summer of 22 when the libs were freaking out about Roe v. Wade getting overturned, so there was a big Handmaid's Tale protest happening at the Capitol building downtown. Boise is extremely progressive, even though Idaho is a very red state. I was off work driving through downtown to see what the commotion was about. I was at a stoplight when all of a sudden I felt as if a spotlight was shone on me, and everything else went dark and silent. I felt like I was being watched by someone, and I saw a woman in my mind's...
An orb or noodle of sorts.
This gets crazy. I saw a woman in my mind's eye. I looked around for her, and sure enough, I saw her standing on the sidewalk behind a few people, it was as if she was knocking on the door of my mind, tapping on the glass, letting me know she saw me.
Oh.
The only thing I can compare it to is the astral projection scene in Dr. Sleep when Rebecca Ferguson is walking through the grocery store. As soon as the light turned green, I sped off. I knew it was her, and that I knew it was her that was doing it even before I saw her. That experience bothered me for weeks afterwards. Still does, but I'd like to think I have much stronger mental fortitude now. Those are the major stories I can think of. Never seen a ghost or an alien. Perhaps in the future I'll share my wife's eerie psychic premonitions that have all come true. Anyways, HHN Chrome Boys, your pal Zach, aka Forbidden Gains.
Damn.
That
second
last
one
one's
is
fucking crazy.
Scary, yeah.
Getting beamed with a image of a woman who's staring at you on the sidewalk.
Yeah, that one reminds me of, this wasn't like a dream or anything, but I used to have this book that was like these Victorian ghost story books.
Oh, nightmare.
And it had one that was like really fucking scary. I think it was just called The Tall Woman.
Oh.
I don't even remember what happened, but it's just this guy who's getting like haunted by this like abnormally tall like old woman who just kind of like shows up everywhere he is.
Oh my god.
It was one of those ones that have these like kind of like painting drawings
that
are so
Jesus.
scary.
Oh Lord,
and it's
help
just
me.
like everywhere he goes there's just this like weird tall old lady watching him.
Oh fuck, man. Oh my god.
Like, spooky stuff.
That's so spooky.
And that one just like
that's
at the Handmaid's Tale thing,
getting blasted and then seeing her
and then coming
getting like mentally visited by a woman who you see that's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
that is fucking crazy.
Yeah, that is legit quite spooky.
This is so fun.
This is fun.
Oh my god, this is so fun.
I really like the ghost to ghost style, listening to spooky stories.
I really enjoy this. We should do this more with like other stuff.
Yeah,
we should keep doing the call-in thing because this is crazy.
Yeah,
it's cool because it lets the people like get it off their chest and get it out.
Yes,
gets it talked about. And this is, we're working on a larger project to do with spooky, unexplainable X-Files stuff.
Right.
So this is all interesting.
Yeah.
This was oh my God.
That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun hearing.
Thank you for everyone who sent stuff in.
Shout out. Thank you guys very much.
That was awesome.
We literally could not have done it without you.
No.
That was a lot of fun. That was very fun and mirthful. Very scary.
At a few points it was legit scary.
Fucking horrifying. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, spooky stuff.
Spooked.
But yeah.
Thank you for joining us on the scary Spooky Spookers episode.
Yep.
The Crow Boys Halloween special.
Yeah. First of many.
I definitely think so.
Yeah.
As the audience grows, we'll keep doing call-in shows.
We can hopefully get new people with
and if you guys
scary ass stories.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to hear them and
yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that was some freaky stuff going on, guys.
Yeah.
That was a blast.
That was good stuff.
I don't really have anything more to say. That was just a blast.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you to those who sent in stories.
Have a spooky Halloween.
Have a good Halloween.
Eat lots of candy.
Yeah, give yourself a tummy ache.
All right.
See you guys.
All right. Thank you.